So in regards to, you saw tonight, the requirements that we have as a school district in regards to non-public transportation. What I will say is that, as I said before, programs for our students are always paramount in our decision-making. We have requirements that we have to follow, as Ms. Richardson went through them, based on state regulations. Last year and earlier this year, in regards to budget and our S2 cuts, I actually did advocate at a state board meeting that we needed to do something different in regards to transportation concerns in Jackson, and I also brought up other surrounding towns. That the state, I was asking the state to look at something different so that we all feel supported in regards to funding. I will say I have since again reached out to the state level and am hopeful for a meeting to express those same concerns. I do want to see every community member and their needs met, but I also understand that this can become a fiscal burden to our district. And we don't want to see that happen either. And we're trying to follow all of the requirements. As you know, we get monitored, and that's important that we are following all of the requirements and still trying to meet the needs of our community members. So there is some advocacy going on. In regards to the question about the mayor, I know that the mayor does not have a say in what happens in regards to public school or non-public school transportation, but I will say he did call me. He did ask me to meet with the LSTA. Apparently the LSTA presented to some township members as well. And as I have said always, I will always listen to anyone. So we have listened to the LSTA, and we have also listened to other organizations like MOESC, Monmouth and Ocean County Ed Service Commission. We've done our research, we've listened, and we continue to listen. But again, as you saw this evening, what we need to do moving forward is to go out to bid for bus companies at this moment in time. One of the things that I do want to make the public aware of in regards to transportation and funding for non-public, and Ms. Richardson, feel free to jump in at any time, or Mr. Soto, is that we, in regards to non-public, the state does fund us back $290 for every non-public student in regards to if we've bused them or if we've paid aid in lieu. What we've learned through listening and investigating is that if the district was to move with the LSTA, which is a private company now, it is no longer funded by the state. There was a pilot that happened in Lakewood for 3 years with the state, but we do not get that $290 back. So obviously that's not fiscally responsible for this district to make that decision. But again, we continue to advocate at the state level to say we really do need a better plan here so that all needs can be met, public and non-public. So we'll continue to keep you updated as we do that. Okay? Answered that. In regards to our B8 forms and your suggestion, we'll take that into consideration for sure. We've tried to be responsive and address timelines where we can. We'll continue to do that. And in regards to strengthening our transportation department, I think we've demonstrated over the last few meetings, and particularly this meeting, that we certainly have been working on that for months now. And again, our transportation department and our drivers and everybody in it have been working double time to do that, and I do appreciate all that work. In regards to the question about our low COVID numbers and making decisions, I believe what Again, to reiterate what we said this evening, we are currently looking at our numbers and making decisions based on that. We are awaiting health guidelines as well, but we are going to move forward with not quarantining healthy asymptomatic kids at this point. So we will continue to try to make the best decisions based on our district data, but we do confer with our health department, and we have done that before COVID as well with certain health situations. But again, we're trying to make the best decisions based on our district data right now. Okay. And I think I've answered most of them, and now I will address two others. Mr. Gallagher, I don't want to get into a back and forth exchange again. I've been nothing but respectful. I've been nothing but listening. It's not returned. There's name calling, smearing, and spreading mistruths, quite frankly. And I know you will disagree with me, but I do need to publicly say that that is not what happened. Our security guards asked you to please settle down. Our security guards asked you to please stop interrupting a public meeting, and that continued. So we did ask you to please leave so we could continue our meeting. There is nothing in regards to any physical assault that was made. We are trying to run a public meeting here with respect for our community, and unfortunately, the last meeting that didn't happen. In regards to the attorney who sits to the right of me, this attorney is a board attorney hired by the board to help ensure that we are following all of our laws and mandates and code. As you can imagine, there are many rules, regulations, and codes that the board needs to follow. Our attorney does an excellent job at that and helps to advise us and help maintain control at our board meetings as well. That is the job that Mr. Zinnemer is hired for. And there is no personal pay that I make to him. In fact, it's the board that hires the attorney. And he is a stellar attorney, and I am disappointed that people feel that they need to target people to make a point instead of making their point respectfully. With that, I close public comment.
Thank you. Okay, comments from the board? Okay. Start down there.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, as always, and speaking your opinions, your thoughts, comments. We do appreciate them. We do listen. We do talk about them, and we try to take everything into consideration. I want to thank all of the proposed budget presentations, because I know they took a lot of time and there was a lot of information. So with that, I wish everybody a good night. Thank you.
I as well would like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for your comments. We hear them, even the colorful ones. We do hear those as well. We take note. We're here to serve you, and we're all doing the best we can. I think we're doing a damn good job. And if you look at some of the stuff back here, and you kind of take away some of the other stuff that I know it's important to some, we're doing it. We're getting it done. And we're really sacrificing a lot of our time because we care about all 8,000 kids in this district and their parents. And we love your comments. We want to keep hearing them because it'll help us adjust and pivot to where the town is going, because we want to hear you. So thank you. I hope you realize that with some of the things Ms. Permilli said with making mask optional. I know that was a big topic for a long time. And then the quarantining, and moving away from quarantining healthy kids, because our kids need to be in school. And we've advocated for that. Ms. Permilli and staff has now studied the data, and that's happening. And a lot of other good things other than masks and quarantining are happening. Look at the curriculum. Look at the money we're now investing. We're able to invest in your children's education and mine, because I got 3 in the district. So thank you for your comments. Get home safe, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Go ahead. As always, thank you to everyone for coming out. I really, we do listen to the comments. As I said before, bring things to the table, give us time to work on it. We try to work as quickly as possible. And I've said before, yes, we are new, but we are learning on the spot, again, as quickly as possible. I also want to thank our high school students for coming out. I always enjoy the updates. And Tina and I are really looking forward to seeing The Little Mermaid coming up and Big Fish. So if anyone else, I hope everyone else, takes the time to maybe get some tickets and enjoy our shows. Our high schools put on some really great productions. So again, thanks for coming out, and thank you to everyone that's watching at home. Good night.
Thank you.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out. I know some of the speakers who spoke tonight, and I know some of them do not like public speaking, so thank you for coming out and sharing your thoughts with us. It's really, really important that the board hears what you have to say. I also want to say thank you to Mr. Soto. You're doing a really good job in a really messy department, right, that you're trying to clean up, and it's definitely noted. We've had meetings with him. He's an impressive person. It's encouraging to see some of the changes that we're making and some of the changes that you made with the website for the private school, because these are things that we can do that stay in the law and, follow procedure. And I think as a board, that's something we have to remember, that we feel for you. We have empathy for anyone. We're all we're all parents up here. I have multiple kids. I work full time. Getting my kids from point A to point B throughout the day is super, super challenging, and my heart goes out to you. However, some of these, you are making personal family choices. So as a board, I think we just need to remember what our role is, which is to make sure that we're using taxpayer money wisely, that we're following, laws and procedures, that we are trying to keep our public schools as strong as possible so that our kids who are in the public schools can compete when they graduate. This is really important. It's hard work. A lot of these things are going to take time. We need to cooperate with each other. We need to make sure that we're not making an environment where it's us versus them or them versus us. But everybody kind of has to hear each other out. And as a board, I encourage us to remember what our role is. Use taxpayer money smart. Create really strong schools. Listen to everyone. Stay within the laws and follow procedure.
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening, your input, and the presentations. Congratulations to all the teachers of the year and educational support staff. Thank you to Ms. Primelli, the staff, the board members, and attorney for all your professionalism and dedication. Everyone have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. I would like to congratulate the Jackson Memorial Girls Bowling Team for winning their division and the state championship. The Jackson Memorial Boys Bowling Team for winning their division, the Shore Conference Tournament, and a state championship. And the Jackson Memorial Girls Wrestling Team for winning the Shore Conference Tournament. I would also like to close by saying congratulations to Mrs. McKieran. She's done a great job over there at Switlick. My kids went through there many years ago. Okay, one's a senior in college now. Okay, but she has affected students that she doesn't even know. Thank you. Have a good night. Motion to close
Motion.
by acclamation.
Second.
Second.
Aye. All those in, doesn't say it here, though. Doesn't say all in favor.